Yeah. Hey man, I hope that
Ruler
that
was one of the most influential artists from Los Angeles, but over the weekend, he was tragically killed after getting stabbed in the neck backstage at a music festival.
In the neck? Attack on Titan? In a little bit. We not talking about Messi? That's why I didn't say in the world or in all of sports. I said in American sports. You feel me?
In his hometown of LA.
Rest in peace, Drakeo. Yeah, Drakeo.
A closer look at the life and death of Drakeo the Ruler.
Drakeo the Ruler.
On Saturday, December 18th, Drakeo was set to perform at the Once Upon a Time in LA music festival at the Bank of California Stadium in Exposition Park.
Nigga stabbed him in his neck? Yeah, that's crazy. You know how close you gotta get for a nigga to stab you in the neck? That's a gruesome killing. To stab a nigga in the neck and then get away is insane. How dark could it have been back there where a nigga, you know what it is to stab a nigga in the neck?
Festival was being put on by Snoop Dogg and other major acts like 50 Cent, YG, and The Game. Around 8:30 p.m., a fight broke out backstage. According to witnesses, Drakeo and his Scumtk team were approached by a mob of like 40 or more people, and a fight instantly started. During that altercation, Drakeo was reportedly stabbed in the neck and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Festival organizers shut down the show, and headliners like Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent never performed. By the next morning, the news was confirmed that Drakeo died from his injuries at just 28 years old. Police are still investigating the stabbing, and as of right now, no official motive has been announced. But the entire city of LA, as well as the rap community, are mourning the loss of another rising star. Drakeo had a short but highly influential career that was really taking off. He started gaining a buzz in the late 2010s, but after being falsely accused of murder, he spent several years locked up fighting for his freedom. He got released in late 2020, only to be tragically murdered just a year later. Drakeo grew up in the Huntington neighborhood of Los Angeles. He was raised by a single mom and has a brother who's also a rapper named Ralphie the Plug. Together, they formed a rap group called the Scumtk Team, along with their homies Keshi the Great, Say So the Mac, Bambino, Good Finesse, and Young Bull. Drakeo was interested in making music from an early age and was inspired by artists like the Hot Boys, Lil Boosie, Webby, and Dipset. Early on, he saw rap as a way to make it out and a way to feed his family. Drakeo started gaining recognition after collaborating with DJ Mustard for the track Mr. Get Dope. The song racked up millions of views and showed Drakeo the potential in music. He kept grinding and dropped multiple mixtapes over the next few years, including I Am Mr. Mosley 1 and 2 and So Cold I Do 'Em. He quickly set himself apart from other West Coast rappers because of his unique flow and delivery that was full of new lingo that he and his crew invented. This earned him a lot of respect in LA's rap scene, and he was on his way to becoming one of the biggest artists in the city. But before he could take his career to the next level, he got involved in a murder and gang conspiracy case that almost put him behind bars for life. On the night of December 10th, 2016, Drakeo and other members of the Scumtk Team decided to attend a naughty or nice pajama party in Carson, California. While they was at the party, they bumped into someone they had beef with, and there was a shooting that left one person dead and another person injured. Drakeo and Ralphie grew up in a Crip hood, and most Scumtk Team members are affiliated with the Crips. They had beef with Inglewood Family Gangsta Bloods, or IFG, one of the largest and oldest blood sets in LA. While Drakeo
Get blood!
and the rest of the Scumtk Team were chilling outside the party by their cars, they noticed an IFG member named Davion Gregory, aka Red Bull, walk into the party with two other dudes.
Damn
Drakeo
what you mean damn TK? Hey man, Baby Kane ain't had shit to do with that.
saw Red Bull entering the party and turned to tell his homies it was time to go. But Red Bull ended up walking right by him and a fight broke out. Gunshots went off, leaving Red Bull dead and two other men injured. The two men Red Bull was with were actually football players and not from IFG. Travis Henry Broom, a wide receiver who played for the Arizona Cardinals and New York Giants, knew Red Bull from playing Pop Warner football and randomly bumped into him before the party that night. While in the hospital, Broom told police he remembered seeing a light-skinned black guy with dreads and two cars, a black Mercedes SUV and a red Mustang or Benz. Police ended up finding shells from a 40 cal Glock and a 38 revolver. They also found surveillance footage from the party showing Drakeo driving away in a black Mercedes SUV. Police heard Drakeo's name come up in a wiretap and started connecting him to the murder. The final piece was finding one of Drakeo's music videos for a song called Chunky Monkey. In the video, he's seen driving the same black Mercedes SUV. His crew also flashes multiple guns, including a Glock 40 and a 38 revolver, the same weapons used in Red Bull's murder.
Swoop.
You banging? Appreciate the 14 months, Sean. Yeah, I can't see this is why if you ever do shit, do it with prop guns. You feel me? Like what?
So after that,
niggas use
the cops were convinced they found the killer. On January 2nd, 2017, Drakeo, Ralphie, and other Scumtk Team members were arrested and charged in connection with the murder. Police put undercover informants in the cells with each member of the stink team, and eventually, the truth came out. One of Draco's close homies, Solo, even ended up snitching in exchange for having the charges against him dropped. But what's crazy?
Damn. Niggas told.
Is that nobody snitched on Draco. According to what Solo and others told police, Rebel was shot by two dudes named AB and Kels who were beefing with IFG. Draco just happened to be there at the time, but really had nothing to do with the shooting. But police were determined to pin the case on Draco, so they took it to trial. Draco was acquitted on the murder and attempted murder charges, but he faced a hung.
Hustle, well, I seen you in a, I'm not gonna say the name, but I seen you in a chat and you gifted 4 subs. You freaky ass nigga. I see you. I seen a couple scum people in that chat. I was like, damn. I was like, you be hanging out here? Who's the other name? It was Hustle and somebody else, bro. Oh, nah. Hustle, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Love you all niggas,
4
Ronji,
gifted
fist
subs,
bump,
and it
scum,
was
love
this
him,
morning.
Dante hard.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Jury on another charge of criminal street gang
Facts. Hustle, you know exactly who I'm talking about. This morning? Yeah.
conspiracy. Basically, they try to say that Draco helped to create a lifestyle that glorified gang violence, so he was also responsible for the actions committed by his crew. They also brought in some of his lyrics and his beef with another rapper named RJ to make their point. But RJ himself has admitted their beef was never that serious. Because of the hung jury, Draco had to stay in jail till his next trial. But in November 2020, a new LA district attorney was elected. Draco's case had attracted a lot of negative press from supporters and rap media. So they decided to cut him a deal, and he was released before the end of the year. While Draco was locked up, his fan base had only gotten bigger. He released a project earlier that year called Thank You for Using GTL, which was recorded entirely over a jail phone. The album was praised by fans and critics, with some calling it one of the best albums ever recorded from jail. Draco ain't waste no time after getting out and dropped another album called We Know
How many albums have been recorded in jail?
the Truth
Probably a lot, low-key.
in December 2020. He followed up early the next year with The Truth Hurts, which had a feature from Drake on the track Talk to Me. After that, he continued to capitalize off the attention he was getting and dropped 3 more projects before the end of the year: A Cold Day in Hell, Ain't That the Truth, and So Cold I Do 'Em Too. But just because he got a lot of love in the city, don't mean there was no hate. After he got out, Draco kept beefing with IFG and dropped the track Ingleweird, where he took shots at IFG rappers like AZ Chike and Frosty the Snowman. AZ Chike responded with his own diss song, Lil Stink Stink, and the rappers continued taking shots at each other in interviews and on social media. The police was also keeping an eye on Draco. Back in August, he got arrested on weapons charges after police pulled over the Uber he was in for having tinted windows. You would think tinted windows are the Uber driver's responsibility, but police searched Draco and found out he had a gun on him. Draco was on IG Live during the whole time he was getting arrested. He later got out on a $35,000 bail, but many asked why he got searched in the first place since he wasn't even the driver of the car. But despite
I'm telling you, bro, they be knowing, bro.
all the setbacks, Draco continued to grind, and it seemed like he only continued to level up in the
bro. Feds be watching. They be doing shit. They be trying to catch
rap game. He was a rare artist who came with a new style and created his own wave by giving fans something different. But before he could truly enjoy the results of his hard work, he was tragically murdered. After the news was confirmed, fans and celebrities took to social media to mourn Draco's death. Drake posted a photo of Draco along with the message, "Nah man, this shit isn't right for real. What the f are we doing? Always picked up my spirit with your energy. RIP." Snoop Dogg also posted a statement sending prayers and condolences to the family. He said that as soon as he was informed of the stabbing, he shut down the show and left immediately. The event was also hosted by Live Nation, who are still under a lot of legal pressure after the Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy. Many fans are wondering why someone with a knife was even allowed backstage, raising a lot of questions about the amount of security at the show. A Stink Team affiliate also got on social media and gave some backstory on what happened. He kind of suggested it was a setup and that YG had something to do with it. He said he slapped the shit out of YG when he sees him and even banned him from performing in LA.
This nigga's police for real, because this nigga only has 119 viewers. That means you were really lurking, nigga. This nigga's police, bro. This nigga's a federal agent, my nigga.
He claims the Stink Team was only allowed to have 15 people with him.
It's 119 people in here, right? That's a small live. It's not like it was a big live, you feel me? He just happened to stumble. The nigga was lurking. He was like, oh, this nigga's live. Like, nigga,
but YG
what?
had a crew of security guards with knives and other weapons.
YouTube?
Doing all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fighting. Like, come on, bro, that shit ain't cool, bro. On my mama, bro, them got the big ass ball security guards snuck in, knives, all type of weird shit. Let them Scum 70 thick, but only told us we only can bring 15 people, bro.
Drakeo and YG have had problems in the past. Early on, Drakeo was offered a deal to sign with DJ Mustard after the success of Mr. Get Dough, but Drakeo turned the deal down and decided to stay independent. Ever since, there's been tension between Drakeo and Mustard's people, including YG. YG is also from the Treetop Power Rules.
See, I don't understand that. You beefing with a nigga because he don't want to work for you? See, that's called jealousy. You can't control it, so you don't like it. You feel me? That don't make no sense.
And has affiliations with IFG. It's been alleged that YG tried to blackball Drakeo in the industry because of their problems. Back in February, Drakeo took shots at YG on social media, showing that the rapper still follows him on IG and put the caption, "Don't like me, unfollow me then." So, they've had issues in the past, but nothing suggesting the beef was that serious. At this point, there's no evidence to confirm that YG had anything to do with the fight. It's all just rumors, and it's still not clear who attacked Drakeo and why they did it. R.I.P. Drakeo the Ruler. He was a rare artist who inspired a new wave of rappers just by staying true to himself. More info on his case is likely to come out as police investigate, so tap in for updates.
By the way, still last on the list, what you talking about?